Welcome back, everybody. It's Lance from Honeycutt's Brush. Some of you, if you've been back to my first video ever, would know exactly where I'm at. Right here is where I cut down a bunch of broom straw and some thick, tall weeds. My mom wanted me to come down here and cut this spot for her in January so that she could, bring her lawnmower down here and cut. And as you can tell, it's gotten right back to the way it was. She normally just cuts a path to the pond and leaves all this stuff down. What I was gonna do was, and you can see it in my testing out a JCB mulcher video too, this is exactly where I came down and tested out the mulcher around the pond. And what I think I'm gonna do today is cut all of this back. Let's see if you can't see it. Cut all of this back right here to the way it was, real low, and then bring the mulcher back and trim up some of these smaller trees and chew up some of these trees that I had knocked down and sort of left. The water's low, so it's a perfect time for me to go over there and cut up right to the edge. I'm gonna do my best to film every angle of me getting close to the edge and sort of going through it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna try to knock this out. I'm gonna try to limit the time lapses. I'm gonna see what kind of a longer video does. Maybe a 20-minute video or so. I'll cut a little bit and then throw a time lapse into the cut sort of when I finish, like close to the end or midway. I know people like to hear the machine work, so I'm gonna do a little bit more of that today. Again, I'm gonna come back, like I said, with the mulcher. I'm gonna knock out some of these trees over here, and then I'm gonna cut me a deer lane on the far end. I'm gonna clear it out a little bit more because I've actually got a pretty good sized deer on my camera and had a black bear come through. I'd say 200, 300 pound black bear. Maybe I can post a video of him and me talking about it right now in the video. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. I really put a lot of time and effort into these, and I appreciate all you guys spending the time to watch them and liking and commenting on my videos. Again, thanks so much, and I'll see you in a little bit. So just to give you a heads up, that brush cutter does a pretty good job, but it doesn't cut through hardwoods very well at all. A lot of times I'm fighting the hardwood whenever I'm trying to cut with that thing right there, and I don't want to tear anything up. You can strip a bolt, have to take the top off, replace it, do the whole 9 yards, can mess something up. I would much rather get a mulcher down here. That was what I bought it for in the first place, and just started a business from that. What I'm gonna do is probably do a part 2 with this video. I'm gonna have another video posted probably 2 days from then. When I post this one, probably this afternoon. But I'm gonna come through here and you can see the difference. But I'm gonna take a mulcher because the water level is so low right now. It's about 2 foot down. It's just been a really dry summer. I can come in with that mulcher and really cut all this stuff down. These smaller trees, a couple of these right here I might even push over. But I want to mulch down to where we can get around the whole pond, and you can sort of see, I mean, we got it to where we can sort of walk all in there. So it's really nice right now to be able to cut because it's dry, the ground is firm. You know, with a skid steer, you've got a lot of displacement anyway, so you can drive over stuff that a normal truck couldn't go through. So I can really drive up there once or twice, let's say once or twice, and get that cut done before that water starts coming up to the surface, and then you start bogging down. But that round 2 is going to be me mulching a couple of these trees and just cleaning up some of this mess. You can see that mess over here where I left it from where I did the actual JCB test on the mulcher. That was one of my first few videos as well. That's what really got me all started in this. So I'm going to go over there, I'm going to mulch that down, probably pull it out with a grapple, mulch it down a little bit better, and get it to where this place is just nice and clean all the way around. What I'm going to do in part 2 is get the mulcher out, really knock this thing out, and show you guys the difference between the brush cutter and the mulcher. So part 1 is going to be brush cutter, part 2 is going to be the mulcher, and I'm going to do some other places outside of the pond as well, because like I said in the beginning, I'm going to be cutting some deer lanes and really getting into thick stuff. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video. There's going to be a part 2, so be ready for that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment down below. I'm Lance with Honeycutt Brush. See you in the next one.